These are some of my favorite games and activities for times when there's a lull, a snowstorm, a heat wave, or whenever a little bit of fun and downtime is wanted. Kids love these activities. They're tried and true. I will add a link in my description in case you're interested in having a hard copy on hand. In my link, I've also included other games that most children enjoy participating in. These games are fillers and can be played for any length of time. They are definitely crowd-pleasing games. World's Greatest. Picture this. You're sitting in a chair with a group of kids in front of you, anywhere from 5 to 30. Beside you is a chair. Someone's name gets picked out of a hat to go first, or maybe a person with the highest score on a test gets to go first. The student sits in the chair, and there's a whiteboard or a blackboard behind them. They are the world's greatest, and other students are guessing their occupation. You write the words, world's greatest blank, on the board. Then you explain the game with an example, such as world's greatest race car driver. Students are encouraged to ask rhetorical questions without using any part of the word in the answer. Possible questions include, how do you like going fast? How do you like wearing colorful clothes? A pilot might be a possible answer. The world's greatest doesn't answer the question asked. After each question, the world's greatest guesses what occupation is written on the board. If the question asked leads to the correct response, then they switch places. If a mistake is made, the person at the front stays there and a new world's greatest occupation is put on the board. You can choose a new occupation, or a student can whisper a choice in your ear. Any students who fake responses are asked to sit out. The world's greatest student is asked to pick students who are sitting quietly to give him/her the clues. Kids love this game, so they cooperate. 7 Up. You have a group of kids sitting with their eyes closed, or if they are in a desk, students put their heads down and they cover their eyes with one arm. The other arm extends in front of them. With that hand, they make a fist and put their thumb up, with the hope they will be picked. Warn students to be gentle when making contact. Mention no peeking a few times and walk around to monitor fairness and correct as needed. Non-participation is the consequence of not playing fairly. Discuss the importance of fair play. 7 people are picked and stand in front of the classroom. Each of the 7 people touch one of the thumbs in the audience, then return to the front of the classroom. The 7 people picked stand up and guess which of the 7 people standing in the front of the classroom touched their thumb. If they guess correctly, then they trade places, so the person who guessed correctly gets to stand in front of the class and do the picking. This is a good time to discuss inclusion. Make sure everyone gets a turn. It's a fast and fun game that kids love. Now for my favorite drama game, Igor. I love it because it creates out-of-the-box thinking. It teaches not to block other people and to go with the flow. It's a simple pattern that gets repeated. Your group of children pair off. You direct. After a certain amount of time, they trade roles. One person says, Igor, I heard. The other person says, yes, master, but... I was taught that top-of-the-head thinking is usually better because it taps into our ever-intelligent unconscious mind that really holds the wealth of our brain power. So encourage students to allow their minds to be creative without a lot of planning. They can look at their environment or think back on experiences for starter ideas, but then instruct students to just let the words spill out. For example, Igor, I heard you didn't do the dishes I left for you. Yes, master, but the dishes all stuck to the counter, so I couldn't do them. Students can stay on the same topic or choose a new topic. Igor, I heard you were playing with the dog outside and you didn't go near the dishes. Yes, master, but the dog was barking loudly, and when I looked at the dishes, I could see they were stuck. It doesn't matter what nonsense is said, so long as appropriate language and conversation rules are applied. Free thinking and accepting each other's ideas are encouraged. The educator walks around and stays in the background, but within range, to monitor appropriate conversations, correct inappropriate behavior, and as needed. I hope you enjoy the simple pleasures that these games provide.